wearisome last of got a hold of me. That yonder city, good Lord, and it's not way back something like that.
Sounds good.
I am Adele Miller. I'll be 81 years old on my birthday. I hate to tell you that, but it's true. And I grew up in western North Carolina, not far from Mars Hill College. Most people familiar with that. Right in the edge of Tennessee, so I'm a genuine hillbilly. We lived about 14 miles west of Mars Hill College in a little community called Little Foster Creek. My first job, I was a teenager. We moved to Easley, South Carolina, and I discovered this little music shop in town called the Dixie Music Shop, which was run by Mr. Willie Ballman. And I guess I spent so much time there, he hired me just to get something out of me, because I spent the biggest part of my spare time there. My mama was a quiet little woman, real easy going till you made her mad. Then she was a keg of dynamite then. And my dad was easy going. He didn't get rattled too easy. But they had a pretty quiet existence, I guess, if you come right down to it. I can't think of anything really funny that they ever did. My mother had passed away and I was kind of down, and they had a jam session at a shopping center in town there. Somebody invited me to come to the jam session, and so I decided to go. And the second time I was there, this tall, good-looking, gray-headed fella comes in with an old beat-up Gibson guitar, started picking and singing, and he sure caught my eye. I don't know whether I caught his that night or not, but it wasn't long till we were dating. Then we wound up getting married. So we had a good life together. We both loved the music.
I suspect that Ben and Adele first got to know each other, from going to music venues and participating and playing and singing music with other folks. It's not good for folks to live by themselves, particularly when they're acquiring age. And, Adele is 80 years old. And Ben is just slightly younger than her. So it was advantage, to both of them to have someone there. And as far as I know, the only interest that they both possessed equally was playing music. As time went by, we would go to what they call Pickins, us country folks, and it would just be a circle of musicians that gathered together, and they would take turns, playing their instrument and singing. And that's how I got to know old Adele more deeply. And Adele still does that. I've known her, probably better part of 45 years maybe. We didn't have the advantages that the children have now. I have 2 great-grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren, and the 9-year-old and the 6-year-old, I can't even get off the computer to play games. We didn't have that advantage, if you want to call it that. Whatever enjoyment that we had was created by playing games with each other and playing music. Music, when you get together with people, no matter what their differences that are there, goes away. They only have one interest, and that's to play music and sing. And all of the differences just disappear, And whether that's kinfolks or friends, the same thing applies.
Well, I was always, from beginning, interested in guitar, because I had a couple of uncles that were real good guitarists, and I was interested in that. And later on, my dad gave me a little Guernsey calf to raise, and I raised it, so I ordered my next new guitar from Sears Roebuck for $29.98, I think. So that was my first one.
They asked me one time to sing, and they never asked me again.
Okay. Just have a little bit of fun with it. Play around a little bit.
Okay, my name is Jimmy. And, I do odd jobs, and I play the guitar. And that's about it. I enjoy playing guitar. In life, music is really important. You know, if you're down or depressed, you know, music brings you up, and it's just a joy to play. And I like to play at the nursing homes because you see these old people. You go in, they're sitting there in wheelchairs, and you start playing, especially something fast. Well, they'll start patting their feet, and I had them to get up and dance. So, you know, I just enjoy playing for them. Ben was, he was a big boy. He had a big heart, and I loved his singing. You know, he was a country guy, and he loved his old guitar, that old Gibson guitar. And I loved playing with Adele because she finger picks a lot. They come to the Pickin parlor from 2003 to about 2005, and then they stopped coming. I guess they played over in Easley. Then I met them again down at Belton at the depot, and then at a nursing home over in Greenville. Went over there and played with them several times. Yeah, and Ben always welcomed me to play, you know. And I could just walk in and Ben would say, "Get a chair and get up here with us," you know.
Well, looking back on my youth, and if I could offer somebody a suggestion to have a good life now, I would say be like we were taught. We were taught to be honest. We were taught to do a job and do it right if we were going to be a good neighbor and respect God and country, and just be a decent human being is the biggest lesson that I learned, I guess, in growing up.
Be nobody's darling but mine. Yes, nobody's darling but mine, dear. Be honest, be faithful and kind, and promise me that